Y'all, today we were
Music
talking about
volume
some horror
muted.
movies together. I apologize, my camera ain't perfect. You all know I have low vision, who follows me in my automotive videos and stuff like that, and how a vision impairment works on cars and stuff like that. But for those of you who don't follow me, I have low vision. I apologize if the camera's not perfect. Today we will talk about horror movies. What good horror movies I highly recommend to you that's not about silly stuff that don't make sense. Starting off, The Hitcher. There are different movies of The Hitcher. They made 3 altogether. The first one was called The Hitcher, and it came out in the 80s. And it was about a guy named Jim, and he had a rent-a-car. And he didn't rent the car, he was driving it for a rent-a-car
New.
company to transfer it.
Hide sensitive.
And also, he picked up a hitchhiker. But then it's in 2 other stories that are a little bit different, but it's called The Hitcher 1 and The Hitcher 2. The Hitcher 1 has a fancy sports car with a kid that picks up his girl and they go on a road trip. The next one is a guy who goes on a road trip with his girl to take a break from stress, and they all pick up hitchhikers. I won't spoil it or tell you anything else. Next video we're going to talk about is The Strangers. It came out in 2007. It was an awesome horror film. And it's about a family, a couple, may I say, going on to their vacation home and getting it broken into by serial killers. I won't say what they do, how they break in. I won't say anything else. It's an awesome one, and it can happen in real life. That's why I'm picking these episodes that you all might like to watch. Next one, When a Stranger Calls. That's another awesome one. It's about a girl who babysits and being stalked outside, and eventually the stranger gets inside the home. Next one we're going on to is one that is a little bit it can happen, but it would be different kind of people if it did. It ain't like 100% could happen in real life, but it's a good episode of movies I think you all like. It is called Wrong Turn. They made a whole bunch of different episodes. They even got a Wrong Turn 9 now. It's pretty cool. I think you all love it. Next one, Vacancy. Vacancy 1, Vacancy 2. Awesome. It's about going on a road trip, stopping at a hotel, and it kind of find out the hotel is ran by serial killers. Okay, next one we're all going to talk about, you all might like, is, let me think of a good one. Penny Dreadful. Don't Forget to Breathe, but it's called Penny Dreadful. It's through a horror movie. There's another movie called Penny Dreadful, so make sure you don't Google the wrong one. It's an after night horror film. Penny Dreadful made it, after night horror film. And it's about a girl with her psychologist because her and her mom got in a car wreck when she was a baby and she was afraid of cars. It's that can happen in real life to people. And her counselor was helping her get over her fear of cars. So then they went on a road trip and they ran into a troubled person that went on a killing spree. Okay, next video is also made by After Dark Films, is Wicked Little Things. It's about a girl and her 2 daughters. They move up to the mountains. Her husband passes away and she gets a home left to her in the will that she can afford because they can't afford the family house where it was. So they move up in the hills and things ain't all as they seem. That's all I'll say. Some bad things went on in that town and they find out the hard way. Okay, next video, you all gotta know this. Chainsaw Massacre. You all gotta know that one. That's another good horror film. And Detour, that's another good horror film. Autumn, that's another good horror film. It's kind of, sort of, about a virus. And we kind of have a virus now out there in 2021 we're in. But it ain't about that. It ain't about that at all. No, they didn't predict a virus, and no, they didn't know stuff that was gonna happen. It's about people who are surviving from a virus that broke out, and they have to survive, and the people turn into zombies, and they have to survive. Next one is Dawn of the Dead. That's another awesome one. It's about Survivor of the Apocalypse 2, and that's awesome. Next one is Friday 13th. All the episodes are awesome. I highly recommend it to you all. The next one is, let me think of another good one that you all would love. The next one I highly recommend is I'm trying to think who makes the movie, but I don't know, so I can only give you the name. It's Grisery Rage. It's awesome. It's about a group of teens going on a road trip, and then they decide to take a shortcut, and they cut the lock off of this gated area, and they fly through these 4x4 trails in their Jeep. They hit a bear, a baby cub, and it breaks the radiator in their Jeep, so that thing overheats, and Mama Bear comes after them. It's pretty good. It's Grizzly. It's a grizzly bear, and it's a pretty good movie. It's about a grizzly bear, and that can happen in real life. And the next one is Black Swarm. It's about bees. That's another awesome movie. The Hive is another awesome movie. And stay tuned. And if you found this video helpful, please comment below or like and share if you think a friend of yours might like it. And comment below what kind of videos you would like me to do. And I'll see you all in the next cool video. Thank you all who have subscribed. And thank you all who don't subscribe but view my videos. I appreciate it either way. And at the end, I always say, no disability limits you in this life. You can do whatever you put your mind to with effort. You can overcome anything. I got 95 in automotive, and I have low vision. I'm not completely blind. I'm considered legally blind. Yeah, I had to go through a lot of stuff back. So people saying, oh, you're faking it. You're not legally blind and blind are two different things. Legally blind, you have some sight. Being blind, you have nothing. But legally blind is very low vision. That's what people don't realize. You have some, but not a lot. And that's what some people get confused. But I always say you can do whatever you put your mind to with effort. And if you can't do it on your own, I always say is not a word. You go to someone who you know will guide you the right way in life. And if you don't have that person that will help guide you through life, you will find that person soon. Sometimes it's hard with all the negative people out there in this world. It's hard to find someone who can guide you the right way in life. But I promise that person's on the way in your life soon. And when you say to them, I want to do this, but I tried so hard, but I couldn't do it. Could you assist me so I can do it and show me a way to adapt so I can do what I want to do? Because there are no limitations in this life except the ones we put upon ourselves. And there's no fears in this life except the fears we put upon ourselves. See you all in the next cool video.
Navigate camera.